Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today our topic is federal features of Indian Constitution. इससे पहले हम फेडरलिज्म के बारे में पढ़ चुके हैं that what is federal form of government. उसमें हमने mainly कहा कि that federal form of government is that kind of a government in which powers have been distributed between the center and the units. This is what we have already read. Now our question is, what are the federal features of Indian Constitution? इससे पहले मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि when India was colony of British, then freedom struggle started. Then we say that there was consensus during the freedom struggle that after independence, India will adopt the federal form of government. यानी when during freedom struggle के दौरान ही जो इंडिया के जो लीडर्स थे, they decided that कि जब हिंदुस्तान आज़ाद होगा, then India will definitely adopt the federal form of government. Why? Because India a huge country, India एक बहुत बड़ा मुल्क है. Number first reason, and second, there is diversity. Diversity is important. In the diversity, there are not same kinds of people. There are different kinds of different regions, so many cultures, so many languages. So the these leaders of Indian freedom struggle, they decided that federal form of government will be the best form of government for India. Now, later on, when India got independence, जो हमने देखा कि that when India got independence, then partition also took place at the same time. Two states developed, one India and another Pakistan. और इस partition का बहुत गहरा असर पड़ा, जो कि हम पहले चैप्टर में पढ़ चुके हैं कि what was the impact of partition on the making of Indian Constitution. तो उसमें सबसे बड़ा जो impact पड़ा वो federalism पर पड़ा, जो कि हम later on discuss करेंगे कि that what is the nature of Indian federalism. यानी we say that India is neither a true federal nor true unitary, it's combination of both. But at this time we will discuss the federal features of Indian Constitution. यानी हम कैसे कह सकते हैं, how we can say that Indian Constitution is a federal constitution or that Indian government is a federal government. So the most important features that I have highlighted here of the federal features of Indian Constitution, the first most important is the division of powers. And it is basically the division of powers which makes a state either federal or unitary. If division of power takes place, then it's federal. If division of powers doesn't take place, then that will be a unitary form of government. इंडिया में हम देखते हैं इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कि that there is division of powers. जो 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution है, originally at present there are 12 schedules in Indian Constitution, but originally there were 8 schedules. पहले 8 schedules थे. At present there are 12 schedules. जो 7th schedule है of the Indian Constitution, that describes 3 lists: union list, state list and concurrent. This is basically the division of legislative powers between the center, between the union and the states. Now the union list, state list and concurrent list. Within union list there are 97 subjects, within state there are 66 subjects, and within concurrent list there are 47 subjects. Now what is this union list? Union list, we say that this comprises those subjects over which only the union government is having the authority to legislate. Union list से मुराद है, इसमें वो important areas हैं, for example army, defense, communication, several other important subjects are mentioned in the union list. That over these 97 subjects, only the union government is having the authority to legislate. And what is state list? State list comprises the 66 subjects. These are those 66 subjects over which only the state governments can legislate. Then the third one is concurrent list. It comprises those lists for those 47 subjects over which both the union government as well as the state government can legislate. Now this is the first most important federal feature of the Indian Constitution, that within Indian Constitution division of powers has taken place between the center, between the union government and the state governments. Second most important feature which Indian Constitution has adopted, which makes it a federal, that is the dual government. Dual government, there are two types of governments. There are two types of governments within India. One government is at the central, union government, or we say central government. Then there is a government in every state, that's called state government. And in every state there is a government, and at the center there is one government. There are two types of governments within India, and this makes it a federal. This is the main feature of federal form of government. Whereas in unitary form of government there is single government. In unitary there is single one government. No state governments or no regional governments. Within Indian Constitution there is dual government. This makes it a federal. Then the third one is the written constitution. I have already discussed that within federal form of government, the written constitution becomes essential. Why? Because at every time in federal form of government, there can be conflict between the center and the states on any issue. And at that time, the division of powers, it must be written. So, यानी जब भी कोई conflict होगा between the center and the states, तो उस वक्त written constitution हमारे पास होगा, जिसको देखा जाएगा, जिसको एनालाइज किया जाएगा और फिर बताया जाएगा कि इस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में कौन सही है और कौन गलत है. Indian Constitution, we say it is a written constitution. And a written constitution is again an important federal feature of Indian Constitution. Then the fourth one we say independent judiciary. Within Indian Constitution, the judiciary has been made independent through several means. Independent judiciary, Azad Adliya. Independent judiciary, how we say it's an independent judiciary? We say mostly important thing which makes it a सबसे अहम चीज कि जिससे हिंदुस्तान की जुडिशरी इंडिपेंडेंट बनती है वो ये है कि that after the judges of High Court and the Supreme Court have been appointed, judges of High Court and Supreme Court, and after the judges of High Court and Supreme Court have been appointed, they cannot be removed by the executive. And a judge of the Supreme Court cannot be removed by the Prime Minister himself or herself, or by the President himself or herself. Now there is a definite procedure which Constitution describes that how judges of High Court and Supreme Court can be removed. When resolution is passed by both houses of the Parliament with special majority, then only after that the judges of the High Court and the Supreme Court can be removed. यानी जब जज को रिमूव नहीं किया जा सकता है अपनी मर्जी से, ना प्राइम मिनिस्टर निकाल सकता है, ना प्रेसिडेंट निकाल सकता है, तो उसका मतलब ये है कि जजेस जो है वो इंडिपेंडेंटली काम कर पाते हैं. उनको पता है कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर, इवन मोस्ट पावरफुल person within the parliamentary form of a government or within India, even prime minister cannot remove him, even the president cannot remove him or her. So the judges act independently. So this independent judiciary is an important feature of Indian Constitution, which makes Indian Constitution a federal constitution. Then the fifth one is bicameral legislature, another important feature of federal form of government which has been adopted by the Indian Constitution. Bicameral legislature से क्या मुराद है? Say at the union government we say that there are two houses of the parliament. There is upper house अपर हाउस जिसे हम राज्यसभा भी कहते हैं, या काउंसिल ऑफ स्टेट्स, वी ऑल्सो से काउंसिल ऑफ स्टेट्स, and then there is lower house, that is Lok Sabha or House of People. Now, why two houses of the parliament were adopted by the Indian constitution? If there is a Lok Sabha, then why Rajya Sabha? So this Rajya Sabha किसके लिए है? Rajya Sabha is for giving representation to the states. Where from the members of Rajya Sabha come? Rajya Sabha members, they come from all the states. So Rajya Sabha इसीलिए रखी गई है ताकि states की representation हो at the union level. So this, यानी अगर unicameral legislature होता, unicameral यानी only one house of the parliament होता, तो हम कह सकते थे that is totally a unitary feature. But India adopted the bicameral legislature, and this, by having bicameral legislature, we can say India adopted the federal form of government. And it is why India adopted bicameral legislature, we can say, in order to give the representation to the states. And why to give representation to the states? Because of having the federal structure. So hope you have understood this. We discussed what are the important federal features of Indian Constitution. So we can say, if question is asked, how we can say, how you can say Indian Constitution is a federal constitution, you have to discuss these features, that Indian Constitution is a federal constitution because of having these important features: division of power, dual government, written constitution, independent judiciary, bicameral legislature. Hope you will have understood this. Thank you.